So we've talked about some of the influences and some of the things from your past that have actually given fabric to the album. Um, Shining Star, that holds some sort of poignancy with you?
Oh, that's probably the most poignant song. A lot of people actually interpret that song about death, right? But that song is probably more about life than what people think. Um, it's brilliant that people can have their own interpretation. It means that people have listened to the song and have taken on board the lyrics and used the lyrics to adapt them to their own circumstances. But the song began, there was a very famous person, I'm not going to mention this person's name, who knew that she only had a matter of days to live, and she had two little children. And the true story is that she took them to the side and she says, "Mummy's not going to be here for very much longer." And she looked up to the sky and she says, "Do you see that shining star? Whenever you want to talk to me, that's where I'll be, and I'll always be listening, I'll always be watching." And it just lit a spark inside me. I mean, I'm a father. I've got Matthew, probably the most important responsibility of my life ever. And basically, Shining Star became I'm his role model, basically. In life, I will teach him things, good things, hopefully, but there's mistakes I'll make, and that will shine for me. And the mistakes I made, well, it's basically I'm teaching him the wrong way if I make a mistake, a conscious mistake. So I've got a responsibility. Because I'm a parent now, I have to take that forward into the future. What I teach him, he'll hopefully teach his children, his children's children. It'll go down through generations. So basically, Shining Star is a person who is putting himself up there as a role model, and it's a hell of a responsibility.
And do you feel without the experiences that you've had in your life so far that this album would ever have come about?
I don't think it would have taken the direction that it's taken. I've always had a dark side that comes out in my writing anyway, but because the album really concentrates on probably the darkest period of my life, it took that direction and it went to, at times, a sinister place. There's one song on the album called "The End of the World," and whenever people hear the song, they think it's about doomsday. It's got nothing to do with doomsday. The end of the world is basically a person who's taken themselves into a really dark place, and it's the end of their world. Again, this song is tinged with sadness and desperation, and it's not, if you're ever feeling suicidal, my advice is don't listen to that song because it's not a happy song. It's a very, very sad song, but it's the melodies we brought into the song as well. If people listen to it, they'll hear that there is traits of hope underlying in the song, but it probably, as the song which demonstrates, that probably the darkest period of my life ever. I don't think I could have written that song any better.
Just picking up on what you're saying, I hope you don't mind me saying, but you talk about the darkness, you talk about you were in a dark place. Do you think that your life could have taken maybe not so positive, or had not so positive an outcome even through the dark times, had you not have had the music? If you get what I'm saying, like, I mean, you were using your music as an outlet. Had you not have had music as an outlet and you were experiencing the things that you're talking about, could that have taken a different direction for you?
Very much so. Because many people who are writers, if I can call myself a writer, in the sense that I'm a songwriter, it's a release. It's a way of getting things off your chest. It's putting it down on paper and reflecting on the life that you've had. And as I say, when you're writing, you're not just writing about the darkness. You're bringing in hope in them songs as well, and you're very often it starts dark, and then you sort of catch yourself on halfway through the song, and you start to think, I'm healing myself through these songs.
Which is something I actually picked up on with Down. If you listen to the song, you can actually take a positive, good feeling from it, and then when you couple that with the video, you see the true meaning of the lyrics.
Yeah, because if you look at the video, you'll see that this is a person who has made major mistakes in their lives, and the person is full of regret. He's thrown it all away. He didn't try to stop it going down. That's one of the lines. He didn't try it. He should have tried, and the person that song's about. But we are who we are. We make mistakes. If you look at the video, listen to the words. This person is full of regret. That's a good starting point for mistakes that person's made.
This is clearly, as we found out through the course of talking to you, this is clearly a very personal thing.